Offa is a Yoruba town in Kwara State, Nigeria, and this book is the work of one of its own sons. Sunday Peter Tinuoye sets out to record the indigenous religion of his people as the Offa-Yoruba man himself understands it, before and beneath the Islam and Christianity that have spread among them for nearly 2 centuries. Across 5 chapters, he gathers the gods, the mystical powers, the rites of death, and the working economy of old Offa into a single portrait of a faith that touched every hour of daily life. For the Offa-Yoruba, the author argues, religion is the very essence of good morals and the vehicle by which a person hopes to ride to heaven. Theirs is a man-centered universe in which a personality stands behind every event and nothing whatever happens by chance. Above it all reigns one supreme god, Olodumare, who rules from a distance through a host of lesser gods, the Orisha. Around that throne, the living, the dead, and the unborn form a single unbroken community, bound together by sacrifice, divination, and the deep belief that the seen and unseen worlds are finally one. First, the shape of the heavens, one god too great to be approached directly, and the crowd of divinities through whom he is reached. The Yoruba name for the supreme god is Olorun, or older still, Olodumare, which means owner of the sky. He is the source of all souls and beings, self-subsistent, without like or equal, the only one who truly creates. Yet, like a great king, he does not attend to the details of administration. He rules the world from a distance and entrusts its daily running to the lesser divinities who represent him on earth. He keeps no regular cult of his own, no images, shrines, or priests, but every sacrifice offered to the smaller gods is believed to reach him in the end. Below Olodumare stand the Orisha, the multitude of lesser gods. The chief of them is Orishanla, or Obatala, the king of the white cloth, always clothed in white and offered a bloodless snail. Olodumare gave him earth and a 5-toed chicken to make the world, but Obatala grew drunk on palm wine and fell asleep. His younger brother, Oduduwa, seized the task, scattered the earth upon the waters at Ile-Ife, and set himself up as king. Obatala was left only to mold the bodies of men, and to this day many Yoruba still call themselves the sons of Oduduwa. The early Offa man saw a personality behind every phenomenon, and in time, every shrine in Offa claimed its own primordial hilot and its own god. To read the will of those gods, the people turned to Ifa. The Babalawo, whose title means Father of Mysteries, casts 16 palm nuts to mark one of 16 figures called Odu, which combine into 256 possibilities, each carrying verses the Yoruba call their unwritten scripture. Ifa names the exact sacrifice needed to settle a client's trouble, and it can even disclose the destiny that was assigned to a person at birth. In old Offa, there was no police and little formal law. Order was held instead by the dread of unseen powers, marshaled here in their descending rank. In old Offa, mystical power doubled as government. Belief in Aje, witchcraft, taught that nothing happens by chance. Sickness, barrenness, accident, and sudden death were all traced to unseen malice. Because witches were so feared, the young rarely dared raise power against their elders, and the wisdom of age ruled the town. The witch's power was said to come from God himself, not from the Orisha, and yet Shango could still strike them down. When fear ran high, the people even invited the Atinga witch hunters from Ghana, as at Igbajo in 1951, to detect such women and cleanse them by confession. Shango is the great national divinity of the Yoruba. He was once a violent king of Oyo, a grandson of Oduduwa, who was later deified as the god of thunder and lightning. His priests insist that he ascended into heaven rather than hanged himself, so he is hailed as Oba Koso, the king who did not hang. His symbol is the double axe, and his wife is Oya, goddess of the river Niger and of the storm wind that brings no rain. In a land of fierce lightning, his thunderstones punish liars and adulterers, and his priests bury all whom lightning kills.
Ogun is the god of iron and of everyone whose work depends upon it: hunters, farmers, smiths, warriors, and in modern Offa, the mechanics and drivers too. He is not iron itself, but the property of iron that gives it power to cut. The pioneer who goes before others with 2 machetes, one to prepare the farm and one to clear the road. Once a human warrior, remembered as Ogun Onire, owner of the town of Ire, he was deified after his death. Oaths are sworn on iron in his name, and the oath-breaker expects to be wounded or killed by iron.
Other powers guarded the social order. Shaponna, the dreaded smallpox deity, is a hot god of disease whose victims must not be mourned but thanked, lest his anger grow. His cult was so feared that it was outlawed in Nigeria in 1917. The curse, Epe, allowed elders to call down ruin on anyone who mocked old age, and the secret societies enforced law where kings could not. The Egungun masqueraders embodied the returning dead, while the Ogboni cult, who call themselves the sons of the Earth Mother, checked the excesses of rulers and kept the citizens in line. To the Offa-Yoruba, death is not a wall but a doorway, and the one who passes through it does not leave the family so much as change his address. Death is called Iku, the personified power commissioned by the supreme god to remove people from this world into the next. It is not an end, but a passage, and no Offa man names it plainly. A king is said to have gone into the ceiling, a noble has fallen like a mighty oak or like an elephant, and even to announce a death, the voice must drop to a whisper. A ripe old death is welcomed with feasting, for the elder goes home to his ancestors. But the death of the young is counted tragic and unnatural, the suspected work of witchcraft, sorcery, or a curse. Elaborate funeral rites carry the soul safely to the land of the dead. Performed carelessly, they leave it to roam the earth without rest. Ceremonies fall on the 3rd day, the 7th, the 40th, and the 1st anniversary. Widows are ritually washed and their heads shaven, and the dead person's belongings are carried out and burned so that his soul will quit the house. Yet the departed does not vanish. He becomes a living dead, still part of his family and watching over it. When his features reappear in a newborn child, the people name the baby Babatunde or Yetunde. Father or mother has come back. The world, the Yoruba say, is a marketplace. Heaven, Orun, is home. The dead return to a heaven of 2 halves. Orun Rere, the good heaven of the upright, is walled off in iron from Orun Apadi, the broken heaven of the wicked. For the truth-sayer never sleeps in the grave of the evil. And what foreign observers called ancestor worship, the author insists is only veneration. The Yoruba word bo means simply to give respect, as a child honors a living father, never the worship that is owed to God alone. To honor the dead is to keep the family whole. Religion never floated free of the soil. The same beliefs that ordered the heavens also ordered the farm, the market, and the family compound. Religion did not float free of the soil.
Some 80% of Offa men were subsistence farmers, working hoe and cutlass across yam, cassava, maize, and guinea corn, dwelling for months on distant farms and shifting their plots so the tired land could rest and recover. Streams and the Offa-Yoruba lagoon yielded fish, dried and sold in the markets by Nupe traders. Yet here lies a paradox. The great cash crops of Nigeria, the cocoa, palm, cotton, and groundnut, barely grew at Offa at all, even though the old history books still nicknamed its people Ibolo, the palm oil gatherers. Offa's was an economy run by tradition. A man took up the trade of his father and grandfather, and skill passed down an unbroken hereditary chain. Whole compounds were workshops of a single craft, Ile Alogbere, the house of blacksmiths, and Ile Balogun, the house of war leaders. Goods once moved by barter, exchanged without money, before the money economy arrived with the colonial age. The family, holding its land in trust for those not yet born, remained the basic unit of all work. Faith, kinship, and livelihood were not separate spheres, but threads of one woven fabric.
Tinuoye's account preserves a worldview in which the sacred and the everyday are inseparable. One supreme God ruling through a crowd of Orisha, mystical powers keeping the peace, and the dead remaining present among the living. Islam and Christianity have reshaped Offa for merely 2 centuries, yet beneath them, this older order still breathes in the town's proverbs, its burials, and its festivals. To know the religion of Offa is to watch a whole people insist that nothing in their world ever happens by chance. Thank you for watching Africa Good Life.